Hi, welcome to the Creation Speaks podcast by Sean Brown. In this podcast series, my heart is to encourage and help others become more, to challenge you to grow, to reach for those dreams that you might have, to overcome that addiction, to just help with the daily grind. Sometimes life can seem monotonous, but I want to remind you that God is at work and that we're also told that we're His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. So together, I hope we discover more of, one, the heart of God and His heart towards us. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Creation Speaks. Here I'm standing in my workshop right now, and in one hand I have a block of wood, in the other hand I have a finished piece of a woodworking project that I had worked on. And the finished piece has a shine to it, a beauty to it. The block of wood is just a block of wood. Now, to get to the finished product, there's a lot of shaping and molding and sanding and polishing, a lot of friction. And it's that friction and shaping and molding that brings out the beauty of the piece of wood for the project. And that's kind of what God does in our own lives. When just because something is difficult doesn't mean you weren't meant to do that. Maybe you have a dream, or you're trying to start a business, or there's a job you like, or this relationship is challenging. Just because something is difficult doesn't mean that it wasn't meant to be. It's in those difficulties that God is at work in doing something, and He's changing our own hearts. It's easy to look at someone else and say, well, they need to change or whatever, but it's God changing our own hearts. It's bringing out His work in us, that then we can bring that out to the world around, and God is glorified. Well, I wrote this piece called A Life Well Lived, and I hope that you can find some encouragement from it, because it has to do with the difficulties that we face in life. So too often we give up, maybe a little bit too soon. So maybe this will be a bit of encouragement to get you to walk a little bit further in what it is that you are experiencing and going through. I wrote, I am not sure we all have burning bush experiences, the likes of Moses, but I know some things seem to shine in my mind that stir my heart, things that make me wonder and cause me to stop and consider. Are we called to do bigger things than ourselves? I am an idealist when I sit and write about my dreams, yet the work to achieve anything good, a dream, a good relationship, a good life, is not formed in ideal circumstances. A beautiful tree did not grow in ideal conditions. A song, a work of art, or a book was not produced in perfect conditions. A relationship that lasts a lifetime is not because of all the right circumstances. I am learning this. I realize I would like to run or even ignore difficult situations and conversations. We want to end the end result now, but I know that is not how it works. It's easy to sit, think, and write about what you want, which is good, but know there will be friction and difficulties when you set out to reach them. Don't let that crush your dreams. A piece of pottery or a hand-turned wood product did not come with ease. There was shaping, carving, and much friction to become that piece that carries a weight of glory. So when I put down this pen, I know I'll be greeted with conflicts and decisions. Endurance in doing the hard thing will be required. A life well lived is not done on the sidelines. A life well lived is one of ups and downs. A life well lived finds a secret place of strength. I have found that secret place, and it's there I have weathered many storms. When difficulties come or things are complicated and I would like to run, I discover the Lord gives courage, love, and grace. I know I've not achieved or have everything or am everything I will be, nor are you. I see my mistakes, and yet a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again. I am not just on my own merit, but I am just because of him, for the just shall live by faith. I rise up because he raises me up and makes my feet like the feet of deer and sets me on my high places. It's there in my weakness I discover his strength and a life well lived. I hope you enjoyed that. And I do want to invite you to come visit my website, creationspeaks.com, where I have other podcasts and articles and also some of my woodworking that's available. I hope you have a blessed day and take care.
Well, thank you again for tuning in to this episode on Creation Speaks podcast. If you want more podcasts and devotions, head on over to our website, creationspeaks.com. And there I do a lot of writing. I post audio and video. And then I also do some of my woodworking. So a great way to support this is I do handmade wooden pens, coffee scoops, and other items. And, just I enjoy making things, sharing. And I hope through it all that you might find in some encouragement and know that you're created in the image of God. As a believer, you've been redeemed and God started a work in you. And I hope together we can grow together. Again, thanks again and talk to you next time.